Hi Stampers! Welcome to Ashley and I's very first Creativity Delivered Stamp Club projects. I am so excited to show you guys these projects today because they are super awesome for Mother's Day, spring, and just bright and cheery. I hope you guys love the case that you received with all your goodies inside. It should be, you should have a spool of the Bermuda Bay stitched ribbon, the glitter enamel dots, and the half pack of designer series paper. So very exciting. I love all these bright, fun colors. Today's projects use some of these items, and so you will need to break into your ribbon and your glitter enamel dots for these projects. First project I'm going to show you today is this beautiful flower card. I love the bright colors. It reminds me of a picnic. And that embossing folder, I'm so sad to see it going, that leaf, the falling leaves embossing folder. I'm going to miss that one. So for your project, what you will need is the Timeless Tulip stamp set. You'll need Granny Apple Green ink and Poppy Parade ink. You will also need the Tulip Builder punch. One other thing that I am going to be using is the triple banner punch. So I will be using that for my little dovetails. But I can also show you a little trick if you don't have that to get the same effect. All right. In your kit, you should have a Poppy Parade base, card base. And you will have a piece of designer series paper cut. Now I ran out of the Poppy Parade checkered piece, so I'm going to be using this design instead. Or actually, I think I might use the words on this side. So the first thing you can do is just glue this down. And just glue it down at an angle. Make sure your points of your cards don't go over the edges, but just put it at an angle. You have this large piece of Whisper White. This is to do your stamping, cutting, and punching. So this will be for our flower, okay? This is for your banner piece. So you have this little banner piece here behind your sentiment. So this piece here, you're just going to use your banner punch and punch it. Now mine is still a little bit too long, so I'm going to punch it down one more time. That should be good. I'm just going to go a little bit more. Okay, and then this one, same thing. Actually, what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to stamp first and then make sure that I have enough room to do the dovetail. So I'm going to take my sentiment, which is what a beautiful difference when single life matters, which is why I did the single tulip. I love the sentiment so much. It's a very, very nice sentiment. And then I'm going to just stamp this as close as I can to the right side. Okay, very nice. Now I can do my dovetail punch. And I'm going to do this upside down because I want to be able to see if the words start showing. See, if my words are showing, I don't want to punch it out. So I'm just going to move it over till I can't see the words and then punch. Okay? So now we have our pieces. What I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. Going to do that at an opposite angle. Okay, and then we'll glue down our banner pieces. So I'm just going to put this one straight across here, lined right up at the edge. And then this one, I'm going to put right about there, okay? So let's go ahead and work on building this beautiful flower. So for the tulip, I used Poppy Parade, and I did one tulip right here. And then to add some layers to my tulip, I actually took the petal, or not the petal, I'm sorry, the leaf stamp, and I stamped 2 leaves in Poppy Parade. Now I need to clean this off. So I'm going to get a baby wipe. I'm going to close my Poppy Parade because we're done with this ink. Now I'm going to get my Granny Apple Green ink out. And I'm going to be stamping 2 more petals. Like so for these. And then I have to do the stem. So I'm going to do that in Granny Apple Green as well. Now, unfortunately, there is not a punch for the stem, so you will have to fussy cut that out. But it's just a straight line, so it's not too bad. All right, now I punched these I stamped these very strategically because you want to start on the left side so that this leaf does not punch out things that you don't want punched. So we'll punch the tulip first, and then we're going to switch and we're going to do the leaf first because we don't want the tulip to cut anything off. Okay, and we'll move over to the red tulip leaf piece. And one more. Okay, and then we're going to move up here and punch that leaf. Okay, so we've got those pieces. And what we're going to do is fussy cut the stem out. So I just try to follow the line. Okay. All right. So we have our stem, our tulip, and our 2 leaves that we've punched out. All right, so now we're going to put this together. So what I did was, for my tulip here, is I used liquid glue, and I glued my petals in layers. Now I kept the fat side down, lining up the bottom, and I glued just like that. Okay, now we're going to put this on our card, and I just used liquid glue and I glued it directly onto the card. So I'm going to start with the tulip. Just put some liquid glue on the back, and I'm going to put it up here in the corner. Okay, and then I'm going to take the stem, just put a fine layer of liquid glue along the stem. Now put this across, and you just want that stem to come curve down naturally. Okay, and then last but not least, we have the petals. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue on the back of these petals. Now I put the fat side down on this one like that. And I'm going to put the skinnier side. So see how there's a wider side here and a skinnier end here. So the skinny side now I'm going to put on the stem so that they are kind of opposite of each other. Okay. Now last but not least, we are going to embellish. So I have my embellishments here. And I'm going to use some of my Granny Apple Green and just add some sparkly dots, glitter dots along my card. Very cute. Love this card. Love how simple it is to make, but how stunning and pretty it is. So I hope you enjoyed this card.